it's Susan from the Noonan Carnegie Library, and I'm here with another book review for you. Today we're going to talk about Big Summer by Jennifer Weiner. This book was so good. I really enjoyed it. It's a perfect summer book. This book is about Daphne. She's a plus-size Instagram influencer. So basically she posts things on her Instagram as ads, and then people buy them, and she makes money off of the companies. They send her money, they send her free stuff. So she's what one would call an Instagram influencer. She really enjoys doing this. It's really like her job. She used to have a best friend, Drew. They grew up together, they were best friends, but then they had a falling out. One day, all of a sudden, Drew shows back up in her life, and she says, "I'm engaged, I want you to be my bridesmaid." Daphne's a little bit like, oh, this is kind of weird, we're not friends anymore. But she realizes that Drew doesn't have any friends, and she feels bad for her. Well, Drew is a socialite, she's wealthy, she comes from a very wealthy family, so Daphne thinks about it, and she's kind of like, well, I'm an influencer, so being in this really high-profile wedding that's going to be covered by the newspapers might be good for my career. So she decides to go ahead and be her bridesmaid, even though they had this falling out, which you don't quite find out what happens in the beginning. So basically, this is a story of Drew's wedding. It's on Cape Cod. It's so fabulous. It's wonderful. They get to stay in fancy houses. It's just this really lavish wedding, and she's so excited to be there. And she meets a handsome stranger, and then suddenly the book takes this crazy turn that you don't expect. And I'm not gonna say anymore because I don't do spoilers, but the book turns out to be just fascinating. I couldn't stop turning the pages on this one. I loved it. Things happen that I didn't expect. A lot of times I can see those twists coming. This one, I didn't see it coming. So I highly recommend this book. I think it's a perfect book to read this summer. Again, it's Big Summer by Jennifer Weiner. We'll have this on our special shelf here at the Carnegie. So definitely come in and see if it's still here, if it's been checked out. And I hope you enjoyed this book review, and we'll see you again soon for another book review. Thanks for joining me.